All right, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good morning. On behalf of JOOG, I want to thank everyone that came out this morning, including the students, elders, and partners such as Wilderness Inquiries, Somali Parent Association, Youth Prize, and the Jewish Community Relations Council of Minnesota and the Dakotas, members of the Somali community here in the Twin Cities, and most importantly, the ones that drove all the way from different areas such as St. Cloud to be with us this morning. JOOG is the primary and the leading Somali nonprofit organization that is tailored towards enriching the lives of the Somali American youth by utilizing the positive elements of education, mentorship, employment, and the arts. JOOG's mission is to motivate youth in attaining higher education, positively realize their most full. Part of this program includes 4-H program. Our 4-H is 4 STEAM focused, so science, technology, engineering, and arts, and math are the key component and the focus. And of course, this is in partnership with the University of Minnesota. We have a Boy Scout troop. We also send a group of girls to Yellowstone Park for a week every year in the Somali community. With the blessings of the community, we hold the Somali Independence Day Festival each year. This particular event brings over 20,000 people together, including Somalis and non-Somalis. We use the arts, such as spoken word, theater, visual arts, as a means of engagement, but also use the art to encourage and empower individuals. We also use the arts to teach the oral traditions of the Somali culture. JOOG has served and continues to serve as a resource around the country and the world to not only counter extreme ideologies, but also help find solutions to the issues that affect young people. With many terrorist attacks recently in Canada, Australia, and most recently in France, we have seen an increase in terrorist attacks, but we must re-strategize on a local level by playing a preventive role rather than a reactive one. At JOOG, we want to motivate our youth to take part in the civil aspect of our community in conjunction with their pursuit of higher education. By the way, the word JOOG is a Somali term, and it means to stay away and stay out. And the message behind that is to get youth away from all negative influences, such as drugs, violence, and most importantly, recruitment or radicalization by such organizations like ISIS. Terrorists have actively recruited Minnesota youth to fight for ISIS and other international organizations. As you may know, dozens of young people have disappeared and successfully been recruited from Minnesota since 2008. And as of most recently, just a few months ago in 2014. This has significant and detrimental social and financial impacts on Minnesota and Minnesota Somali community in the short term and the long term. As a community at large, we know that radicalization doesn't happen overnight. It is a process. There are many underlying issues that cause the vulnerability of a fellow American to be radicalized, such as the lack of education, the lack of mentorship and guidance, lack of employment, and of course, isolation. In order to address this threat, Minnesota must be at the forefront and play a preventive role, again, not a reactive one. Since 2007, JOOG has successfully engaged Minnesota Somali youth ages 6 to 24 in the Twin Cities area through education, mentoring, and cultural arts activities. Expanded outreach, however, is vital and important to successfully driving back these negative influences and these recruitments by these organizations. This is why JOOG has developed a 5-year, $15 million strategic plan, which involves a private and public partnership with the private sector, foundations, and all levels of government. At the state level, however, we are seeking a partnership with the Minnesota legislator and the governor by asking for $4.3 million to conduct a statewide outreach programs through education, through cultural arts, and of course, most importantly, youth employment. As a community, as Minnesotans, we urge our lawmakers to be on the right side of history, to join us in the message of JOOG. This call to action must be received in the most serious of ways if we are to turn the next generation of Minnesota Somalis away from negative influences such as radicalization and other destructions activities. This issue, however, is not particular to any communities across this great state of Minnesota. This is a Minnesota issue. Now, I would like to invite a few key stakeholders and partners of ours that we value very much. Let me start by inviting Youth Prize, which has been part of the success of our organization. Karen.
Thanks. Good morning. I'm Karen Kingsley. I'm with Youth Prize. We are a statewide nonprofit intermediary that funds and supports after-school and youth development programs. And we've been an early investor in JOOG and really just been so impressed with the work that they're doing, particularly engaging young people in the arts and in their cultural community. So we really see them as an organization that is really moving forward very quickly. And we've helped to work with them around making sure that they're stabilized and that they have sustainability and that they have our support and connecting with the University of Minnesota and others so that we can really move the best practices that they are doing to a statewide level. So we're really excited to be here today to be in support of JOOG and this legislation. And JOOG is one of 4 organizations that we're working with really intensely to really think about how we can reach out to cultural communities more effectively and get the young people involved and engaged who had otherwise not been engaged. And so we're really excited to be continuing to invest in them. And I would say that we are one of those private partners in that public-private partnership. We're committed to continuing to invest and support in JOOG, and we would welcome a partnership with the state of Minnesota to make sure that that happens. Thanks.
Thank you so much to Youth Prize, and especially Karen. And now I would like to welcome Chad from Wilderness Inquiries, who has been, again, another key supporter of our initiatives and work. With the help of Wilderness Inquiries, we have been sending a group of young girls to Yellowstone Park for a whole week. Again, this never happens. For the first time, this continues to happen with the appreciation and the partnership of Wilderness Inquiries. Chad?
Good morning. My name is Chad Dayton, and I am the Director of Programs and Partnerships for the Minneapolis-based nonprofit Wilderness Inquiry. Wilderness Inquiry has been proud to partner with JOOG since 2012, and together we work to connect youth of all backgrounds, ages, and abilities to the outdoors. In partnership with JOOG, Wilderness Inquiry provides opportunities for Somali youth in national parks in Minnesota and around the country. For both Wilderness Inquiry and JOOG, commitment to enriching the lives of youth and positively impacting their communities is paramount. Wilderness Inquiry and JOOG are excited to continue and expand our Minnesota and Yellowstone National Park initiatives, and we look forward to more youth development collaborations with JOOG, a wonderful partner and invaluable asset to our community.
Thank you so much to Chad and Wilderness Inquiries. And now I will take a few questions. Very good question. Thank you so much. Really, so we have a model that we have created. One of the opportunities or the issue that we have is really expanding that. It's not about reaching out to young people because there's more young people than we can serve. As a matter of fact, some of our programs, there's a waiting list for it just because of really what we can take in. And so the reason that we're trying to expand, obviously, is we definitely do need resources because we have a model that works. Because we know this because the young people that are involved in our programs are not the ones that are involved in any negative influence. Yeah, so basically it's the ones that I have described. So basically it's taking some of the successes that we've had over the years, whether it is expanding the education part, the Take Off program, whether it is taking the FANCA which is a Somali word, which means the arts, expanding that really throughout the state. We've had success over the years in the Twin Cities, but really we would like to take that across the state where a lot of the Somali community resides, such as St. Cloud, Rochester, Wilmer, and so forth. Oh, definitely, because we're a culturally specific organization. We know that a lot of, so basically what we do, one of the successes that we've had over the years is taking the college students that have graduated from the Somali community, bringing them to our programs, and really teaching them about what they've learned before the next young generations. And so really it's connecting the success part of the Somali community and between them and also the young ones that are learning. And there are enough programs really that are, we believe there's enough programs that can eliminate any issue that's around the community. So we try to get away from really recreating the wheel. And so this is why we have a chapter with Boy Scouts and so forth, taking those curriculums and really putting that into the needs of the participants. One of the success, again, that we've had over the years is taking young people, educating young people. The ones that are graduating from high school, the ones that are in college at the moment, bringing them to our programs and mentoring the younger ones. That has been really a key factor in terms of our success over the years. Why is that? Because a kid really want to see somebody that they can relate to from their community, that can speak their language. Not to say that that particular student cannot be mentored by any other individual from different community, but we believe that when kids see other kids that are like them, that are success, their chances will be higher in terms of having success in their own lives.